Hi everyone, this is Melissa with Paper Fairy Tales. I'm here to share my design team project for J&S Hobbies and Crafts. This month in my box I got a bunch of fun embellishments, and the paper pad that I got to work with was Designs by Shelley's Designs Beauty in Blues paper collection. And I'll show you, I have the cover here because I used almost the whole pack in my project. So this is a very pretty collection. I don't know if the colors are going to show up. The lighting is not the best, but I've waited for 3 days to video this, hoping to get better light, but the weather just isn't going to cooperate. So I wanted to get this project shared. What I decided to do was to create an explosion box, and this is a large box. It's a 6x6 explosion box. I left the outsides here plain. I didn't decorate the outside of the box, as I figured it could be left empty for whoever gets this to put photos on it, or maybe possibly add some embellishments of their own. I will tell you that the lid was a hair too small, so it's a really tight fit. But I do love the way it turned out. I just got some lace here and some trim that I have in my stash. And then on the top, I got a package of Designs by Shelley's resin wheels, the wagon wheels. And instead of I originally thought I was going to create something with wheels on it, but I changed my mind and ended up using the wagon wheels just more as an embellishment to kind of match the papers, instead of making an actual project with the wheels. But I loved using them. I only have one left. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but they come in a pack of 4, and it's a really strong resin material, and they're very easy to work with. So for my lid, I took 2 of them. Here, you might be able to see it from the back. I put one on the bottom, and then I took another wheel and set it up on top of that, if you can see there. Then on the back here, I've just got some flowers from my stash. Those centers there are just some buttons that I had. This right here, these flowers, they're like a hard resin. These flat back pearls here I got in my design team package, and they're available on the J&S Hobbies and Crafts website. And also the butterfly I got in a pack of Prima butterflies. I used a couple. I used one inside, but they come in, these ones were from the Garden Fable collection, and I got those. Those are available at J&S Hobbies and Crafts as well. These white flowers here, those are Kaiser Craft paper blooms, and I just took some ink and inked the edges of some of these. Okay, and just piled up the embellishments there for the lid. Now I'm going to take this lid off here. See if we can't. I might need to pan out. Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second. See if we can't move this just a little bit. I don't want you to see the rest of my craft table. It's horrible. It's a mess. I haven't cleaned up once I finished this because I wanted to hurry up and get it videoed. But here you've got 3 layers. You've got 6x6 on the back, then you've got 5x5 in the center, and then I finished up with 4x4. Now I'm going to go over the centerpiece first. And again, I took one of the wagon wheels and set it up. Let me see if I can pick this up so you can get a little closer here. I just put the wagon wheel here, and then I've had some little miniature items. This watering can, there's like some hedge trimmers, and then there's a actual, which the lighting is not going to show, the spade down in there. I don't know if you can see it. I did have to paint those as they were a different color that didn't really match. So, and you can't tell from looking at these, but it's like a greenish blue, and it goes real well with the papers, even if the lighting isn't cooperating. But I had these 2 wooden barrels or buckets, and then I had this silver little basin, and I just stuck those on. Let's see if I can show you the back here. I just stuck those on for some embellishment for the centerpiece, and then I took some more of the Kaiser Craft paper blooms and inked the edges and put them down in the bucket. and then another one of those buttons from my stash. Then I added the other butterfly up here, you can see, on top of the wagon wheel. I thought it went well with, if you look at the papers, and I don't know if you can really see, but a lot of the papers have like, see there's like a fence, there's an old wash basin, and just a lot of older style. There's a watering can. So I tried to pull all the papers and everything together, and that's the centerpiece that I come up with. And then I added some black feathers here. And the feathers came from, there is a lady in her papers, in fact you'll see it right here, that has some feathers coming off of her hat, and I've just pulled that element of her designs in as well. So I'm going to start from the back here. And each one of these is created the same on the back, the 6x6, and two are, one's across from each other here and over here are embellished exactly the same, and then the same with up there and here as well. So on this side I've got some bling from my stash that I just glued down on the edges. I cut out the lady from her papers, and then this is one of the sentiments that's on her paper, on one of her paper collections. She's got a bunch of different little sentiments. So I just cut those out and I inked the edges, and then adhered that. I took a little piece of feather and put here on her hat, and then took 3 of these little bling pieces and glued them down on her hat. And this is a magnet. I've also put some Wink of Stella here. I don't know if you can really see it on the flowers, and then again on the butterfly up there. So this opens with a magnet. And either side here you can do some journaling or put another smaller photo here. And then I just have a free-floating mat, and then I left the back plain. So you could fit a picture here, one on the back if you wanted to. I left these blank as well in case they wanted to someone wanted to journal. So that just sits in there. And then again, they're the same on opposite sides. So this side is the same. You have the flaps that open up. You have the loose photo mat here. And then again, the blank background. For these ones, I took a different closure. Let's see if I can turn this. For the closures on these, let's see here. I can set this down to where there's beads. I had some of this beaded ribbon in my stash, and I just thought it looked really pretty there. So I took and put a flower on the end kind of as a pull. And these I used Velcro for. And for the closure here, these are some more sentiments cut out from the paper collection that I just adhered down. And then this side of the ribbon trim I have stuck on there so it doesn't lift off. So it just lifts from here. And then it's the same concept. You have your 2 flaps here and here. You have the loose floating mat, and then the plain background. So that goes there. And I'll show you again on this side. It is the same. And I layered the pearl trim on top of that. Again, you have the Velcro here. 2 of the sentiments that have been attached. You open up to the flaps, and you have your free floating picture mat there. Okay. Now going to the 5x5 sides, again they're all decorated pretty much the same as well. Slide this up, and I know this is upside down, and I apologize, but she's got a paper in her collection that has these frames, so I cut out 4 of them. I fussy cut the edges out here, and then just stuck some flowers I had in my stash and little flower centers here down in the corner, and then I put some stickles on the pink rosebud that is on the paper collection. And this is lifted up, so I mean you can fit your picture down in that corner with no problem. So that's the same there. Oops. You've got one here. You've got another one over here. And then again up there, up here as well. It is the same up there as well. You can see that. Then on the backs of all of those, I have cut out the lady from the paper and there's actually a pocket here. And then in each pocket there is a mat for you to put a photo or journaling on. And if you really wanted to, you could put a picture on here as well. I think these are 4 3/4. Let me see here. the pockets, I'm sorry, are 4.5 by 4.5, and then I think the mats are 4.25 maybe, or 4 inches. Yeah, they're 4.25 by 4.25. So that is exactly the same on all sides. You have your pockets here. Same photo mat in the inside on each one of those. Okay, I'm not going to pull them all out. Now then on the center pieces, the 4x4, I really wanted to use a lot of trim on these ones because 4x4, to me, it's kind of hard to really use as a photo. I mean, I guess you can. I created belly bands on each one of these, and I just took some cardstock and layered trim on top of it. I wanted something a little bit stronger than just the trim to hold this belly band in place. So I took some like I said, some black cardstock, you can kind of see it peeking there, and then layered some trims from my stash, pearls, and then I used more of those buttons. And these belly bands each hold the little tag cutouts from the paper line, and I kept these pretty simple. I just stuck a small piece of feather down in the hole, and then I covered it with some cork hearts that I had in my stash. These are like stickers. So each one of these belly bands holds one of those little tags, and I tried to get 2 that was picture framed and 2 that you could journal on, just to kind of break it up and make it match. And you can also, I mean, these have some pull and play to them, so you could put pictures back there if you wanted to as well. There's plenty of space. Then on the backs of these, I just put some, here I'll show you on this one, they're all the same. I just took some black lace and layered some flat back pearl trim on top for there, and then this spot would be open for a photo. The elements that I used aside from the trims are available in the J&S Hobbies and Crafts. As I said, I got the Kaiser Craft paper blooms, these white ones that you see here, the butterflies, the flat back pearls that were on the lid in various places, as well as the wagon wheels. Those are all items that you can purchase at J&S Hobbies and Crafts. Those resin wheels are designs by Shelly, as well as the paper line. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope I didn't rush it too fast. If you do have any questions on anything, feel free to comment. I will leave the link to J&S Hobbies and Crafts in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. They've got some great products in their store, and they're getting some new stuff in, so I hope you enjoy. Alright, thanks for watching, and everybody have a happy holiday.